Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome in to some more Final Fantasy XIV. Where's my controller? Here's my controller. Alright. We got some new, we got more Hildibrand that we're gonna do. And then we have the seasonal quest. And we'll see how time is going from there, and maybe we'll do some MSQ. We'll see. We'll see. Also depends on how long our load time. There we go. Oh, excuse me. How's everybody's day going so far? Hopefully well. Mine's going pretty good. I'm a little... Still kind of tired. Haven't fully woken up yet, but... It's all good. It's all good. I've also been thinking some of how we're going to switch things up a little bit with the new year, and drawing a big old blank. Let's get ready for some voice acting. Let's get some water. Ugh. Yes, I'm a busy man. If you're looking for small talk, I suggest you look elsewhere. No need to be rude, Ganellan. She's a friend of mine. Now, what say you share your latest findings with us? I promise I'll make it worth your while. Ellie, if it isn't the Mithril Star Reporter. Come to have a laugh at Ganellan's expense before returning to pen your latest front-page feature, eh? Oh, very well. Just promise you'll put in a good word for me with the higher-ups, okay? Now let me tell you this. There's strange things afoot at the Colosseum. Bugger all, it's a travesty, I tell ya. Hotch, Hugh, and Haymo. Whatever is the matter? And where, pray tell, is Hutchin? The four of you will compete for the cup together, yes? Well, I feel that an unfortunate mishap has left Hutchin in no condition to fight. We were just on our way to convey the dire news to Dower Meadow. Mishap, my arse! This was sabotage! Some bloody coward out there will stop at nothing to eliminate his competition. I swear it on me subligar. Lower your voice, Hotch. My headstrings enough without your bloody shouting. Hutchin, should you not be resting your wounds? Oh, but forgive your incompetent, unworthy comrade. If I had been quicker with my mantra, we would still be 4 men strong. Do not berate yourself so, Haymo. In victory and in defeat, the Montrevilles fight as one. You bear no more responsibility for my wounds than I. Any road, I dare say. I'll not be getting back into fight and battle by arsing about in bed. I'm ready to chant some mantras. How about the lot of you? Hutchin, for you I am always ready. Now that's what I like to hear. 1,000 mantras, and I want each one to ring out over the Sagali. The Montrevilles? Aye, as Hutchin tells it, they took their name from a training partner they met at the Fist of Ralgar, a man they most admired for his devotion and chiseled physique. Consider me not the least bit interested. There's talk of attacks on the competitors, however. Of this I would hear more. Ah, yes, I mentioned that strange things were afoot, yes? With mere days left before the Mithril Cup, a staggering number of would-be combatants have withdrawn, citing a host of curious ailments and injuries. With the list of entrants shrinking by the day, the organizers have been forced to abandon the elimination format in favor of a mass melee between the few battlers remain. The Phantom Thief's Challenge. Gladiators dropping like flies. No, this is no mere coincidence. I would speak to the individual in charge of the event. Where might I find him? Though the concern sponsors the tourney, the day-to-day organizational duties are being handled by a fellow of the name of Dower Meadow. He should be in his office within the Colosseum's halls. I'll send word to Gateman Yuyubaya. He owes the Mithril Eye a favor or two. Splendid! Come, Morrighan, we've got a case to crack. That we do. That we do. Is this when we get first sight of Ultros? Nope, he's not here yet. Okay. Wait. Colosseum's farther this way. There we go. Yuyubaya. Let me through. From the Mithril Eye, you say? Then by all means, you are free to enter. Damn straight. I am Ellie, reporter for the Mithril Eye, never blinking, all-seeing, you know the deal, yes? And you must be Dower Meadow. I was hoping I could ask you a few questions about the upcoming tourney. Who am I to argue with free publicity? And from a charming little thing like yourself, ask away, my girl. That said, between the challenge from that so-called Phantom Thief and now those bizarre attacks targeting the fighters, our tourney's already the talk of the town. Not that you'll see me complaining, provided someone's still left to fight, that is. You're free to investigate as you wish, but you'd be smart to exercise some caution. Needless to say, recent events have everyone here a bit on edge. Why, just moments ago, one fighter almost took off another's head for insulting the color of his suble. Looks like we've got ourselves another, These two aren't in the entry books. Of course it's Hildy. And our challenger unleashes a vicious right hook as the gentleman inspector was channeling his strength for his next attack. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Yeah, Inspector Briardian. As efficient as ever, I see. A true gentleman. Excuse violence, Inspector. You were thinking. It annoyed me. Dower Meadow, I presume. Tell me everything you can about the prizes for this tourney, and try to be brief. Was wondering when you might ask. Master Firkus has spared no expense in making the Mithril Cup the most lucrative tourney this Colosseum's ever seen. The victor will receive a true treasure from his collection, the Warden's Grace, a ring fitted with the largest sun sphere you'll find outside a Karn. The second to third place prizes are nothing to sneeze at neither, but I don't care how many faces he's got, we've got nothing to fear from this thief. The concern has hired an elite regiment of stone torches to watch over the vault day and night. Yes, just as the brass blades were successful in stopping the thief last time. If you want your treasures safe, go fetch them and bring them to me. And be quick about it, I haven't all day. Fear I can't do that, Inspector. After all, what proof do I have that you ain't Mr. Many Faces in another of his elaborate get-ups? No, if you want to get your hands on the spoils, you'll have to claim them as any other would, in battle. As a matter of fact, what with the ranks thinned as they were, we're actively recruiting new competitors. The more the merrier, and the more lucrative at that. Ha ha ha! Now where did our receptionist get off to? Over here, you slimy bugger. We've got some fresh blood for the melee. Give me a moment, will ya? I've only got 8 arms. Or were they legs? You called? Well, I was just about to give the lovely Miss Avila the grand tour. Inspector Hildibrand, look! He's purple! astute as ever, Nashu. This color, this silver abundance of appendages. I smell a case. No, that's just my receptionist, Ultros. Don't be startled now. He's an ugly little bugger, but he's friendly enough. Word has it he was one of many bizarre creatures born from a recent experiment with ancient incantations at the Thaumaturge's Guild. They were going to seal him away in a hole in the desert with the others, when he opened his slobbering mouth and started pleading for his life. I just want to live in peace. I'll do anything, anything. So the management hired him to perform odd jobs about the Colosseum. And I am ever glad they did, I tell ya. This job ain't glamorous, but it sure has its perks. What a delicious morsel. I want to get my tentacles around her. Here we go. I know not who you are or where you hail from, and I do not care. If you dare challenge me, my Tempest Blade will show you no mercy. You can forget about your case, Inspector. There is only one who will claim the victor's spoils, and that is me. Oh, I just love it when she talks tough. Now who's the chump who wanted to get a pummeling by my lovely little Abby? Oh, no. Though a gentleman takes far more pride in rescuing fair damsels than fighting them, I fear we have little recourse. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall do what must be done. Morrighan and Initari will be entering the tournament on my behalf. Morrighan Initari? Ye do look like an Initari. Well, bugger me with a spear to think that I'd see a day when a warrior of light stood in my Colosseum. Hear that clink clink clinkin'? That's the sound of gil pouring into our coffers when the public finds out that's a true Eorzean hero will be stepping into the ring to fight for the Mithril Cup. Oh, and I reckon your friend can tag along too. Show him where to sign, Ulti. With Morrighan, I suppose we have as good a chance as any. Now we just need to make sure that she doesn't come down with some curious injury. That gladiatrix. Avila, was it? Seemed quite certain of her chances at victory. Suspiciously certain, I would say. I'm already 10 steps ahead of you, Inspector. That Ultros fellow seemed most knowledgeable about Miss Avila. Come, Nashu, the investigation is afoot. As much as that sounds like an amazingly productive line of investigation, might I suggest that our first priority is to keep Morrighan here safe. Let us return to Ganelon and see what else he can tell us of these mysterious attacks on the combatants. Very well. I shall leave that task to you. I have a lead of my own to investigate. Should you uncover any new information, I trust you will share it with me at first opportunity. Gotta go to the front of the Colosseum. You again? Oh, I've already told you what. Into the tourney, you say? Are you out of your bleeding mind? Look, I've got a suspicion or two, which I'm happy to share with you, but in the end, you have to protect yourself, you hear? So I've been asking around, and it seems that more than a few of the fighters who pulled out of the tourney were scheduled to fight a warrioress by the name of Avila. Now, I can't make any promises, but my instinct tells me this girl is bad news. But don't take it from me when you can hear it from someone who crossed blades with her just days ago. A fellow by the name of Ragin' Rat had the misfortune of being matched up with Avila in the preliminary round, and earned himself a right bruising from it all. Last I heard, he was resting up back at the Pugilist Guild. Why don't you pay him a visit? Well, that seems like a right bright idea. I think I will. Here we go, Raging Rat. Come to have a good laugh at old Raging Rat's expense, have you? Well, you're not the first. All I say is there's not a man in this entire realm with an ounce of empathy. Sympathy. Greetings, good sir. How fortunate you are today that your guest is Hildibrand Mandeville, gentleman and inspector. Now, if you would, please enlighten me to how exactly it was you were beaten to a bloody pulp by Miss Avelia. Gentlemen, my ass! Have you not a wit or delicacy? Never ye mind. Look, the records may say I lost, but I'll admit to nothing of the sort. I'll shout it at the top of my lungs if no one else will. The girl doesn't fight fair. Tempest Blade, some kind of foul sorcery, if you ask me. Mark my words, that girl is up to no good. If she weren't so damned easy on the eyes, she'd be rotting in jail as we speak. The girl's Alamegan, or haven't you heard? You know how it is with those refugees. Why fight with honor when you've got nothing to lose? Yes, and why not disparage an entire people in a pathetic attempt to salvage your sorry pride? This one's a real piece of work, Morrighan. Let's be on our way. I didn't mean no offense, miss, just telling it like it is. Perhaps it truly is some manner of sorcery, as the fellow says, or perhaps she works with an accomplice. Sorry. That's not what I meant to do. That didn't do what I wanted it to do at all. She didn't strike me as the magic-wielding type. If I were a betting woman, I'd put my gill on the latter. Ah, Miss Ellie, the thrill of the chase has struck a chord with you as well. Yes, I can see it in the wrinkles beneath your eyes. We might very well make an inspectress out of you yet. I'll give you a good wrinkle, you insensitive boor. If what the man says is true, it's likely that her fellow Alamegans might sympathize with her plight. An accomplice would hardly be out of the question. Yes, I can see it now. Two unfortunate souls, shunned by those around them, united by destiny and a common desire for justice. Ample appendages whirling wildly, sending gusts of wind flying every which way. Avila and Ulti, a match made in the heavens, were it any more obvious, I could have solved this case without leaving my home. Incredible! Your powers of deduction never fail to amaze me, Inspector. What is it with you two and that infernal octopus? Mr. Ultros should still be at the Colosseum. Let us hurry before he slithers back off to whencesoever he came. Of course it's gotta be an octopus. And of course it's gotta be an octopus after a very pretty lady. There's Ultros being creepy with another person. Shh, friend, and look over yonder. Behold those exquisite legs, those stylish tentacles, the unearthly undulations of his squirmy, squishy body. Yes, our friend Ulti is a most fascinating creature indeed. Behold how he carefully eyes the gladiatrix before him. What manner of mischief is he plotting? He speaks! Yes, this is most suspicious indeed. Oh, what is this? The girl has fled in a panic! Our friend Ulti appears to be discouraged. Look at the way his shoulders sag. Or how they would sag if he had shoulders. Bum, ba-dum. Our quarry is on the move. Quickly, Nashu. We must pursue. Now we must speak with Nashu in front of the Colosseum. Mr. Ulti seems to have found himself another gladiatrix. What might he be plotting this time? Look at those... Wait, that's Nashu, not... What's his bucket? Look at those succulent legs. I reckon they'd taste just wonderful in a good marinara sauce. Marinara sauce. As he speaks... And another girl rushes off. Whatever did he say to her? He looks so sad. Shall we douse him in lemon butter and put him out of his misery, Inspector? Whatever is he doing with these girls anyway? Call me crazy, but I think he likes them? I love how right there it just... The Q circled Hildibrand's face. Oh, gotta pick the quest up. Poor misunderstood Ulti. Here we suspected him of criminal activity, when in truth he was just a gentle soul luckless in love. Well... Oh, Ulti, can you find it in your squishy, slimy heart to forgive us? I don't think he should. I think we should take him in. Yes, yes. Now perhaps we should return to our investigation. If Avila is as suspicious as they say, perhaps we should follow her around for a bit. Dour Meadow back at the Colosseum should be able to enlighten us as to her whereabouts. An excellent idea, Miss Ellie, but I have a better one. Let us return to the Colosseum and speak with Dour Meadow. From him we shall ascertain Miss Avila's whereabouts, upon which we shall follow her about to see if she is indeed as suspicious as they say. Come, Nashu, the investigation calls. That's what Miss Ellie just said. Don't think Uncle Ulti didn't see you following me. What's the big idea, eh? I'm nothing more than a stupid octopus. Or am I? Come on now, I just want what any octopus wants. A cute girl, untold riches, and the admiration of millions. Can't Uncle Ulti dream? Well, kids, hate to ink and run, but then again, I am an octopus. Ho ho! Yeah, creepy son of a bitch. Alright. Speak with Dour Meadow on the steps of Thal. Yes? What time is this? Or what is it this time? What time is this, good lord? I am a busy man. Looking for Avila, you say? She said something about sharing a flagon with her countrymen over at the Coffer and Coffin. I reckon you might still find her there. I'll warn you, though, if you're smart, you'll keep your distance from that one. That poor bugger Ganelin tried to interview her for an article. Thought the girl was going to rip his head clean off. How can I put this? She doesn't seem to take kindly to being asked questions of a personal nature, if you catch my drift. That said, if you're looking for a good sparring match to warm you up for the tourney, that might be just the ticket. Ha ha! I can assure you there will be no need for gratuitous fisticuffs. Wait, wrong voice. I can assure you there will be no need for gratuitous fisticuffs, my good sir. With my remarkable powers of espionage, we will ascertain all the information we need without the fiery lass even being alerted to our presence. Let us be off. To the coffer and coffin. We want to go central Fanolin. Which really means we probably should have just went to that freaking Aetherite that was right next to us, but oh well. Bum da ba dum bum bum ba ba dun dun dun. Is that person wearing a frog head? No, is their hair just dyed that color? No, they're wearing an elf hat. That makes much more sense. Oh, it's down here. Hildibrand! What say you, sir? What say you? Behold! The lovely Miss Avila. Just as predicted. Let us keep watch from here so as not to set off the girl's famed temper. How many times must I tell you? There is no cause for concern. The spoils shall be mine, and may as well be written in stone. Do you realize what this means? We have suffered, and suffered long, but my victory shall mark a new era. Just as Rabban Alden won a new life for himself in the Colosseum, I shall win a new life for our people. The prize that I shall claim will bolster the wealth of our people 1,000, no, 10,000-fold. In a land where wealth is power, we will be kicked to the gutter by the Uldans no more. And with that, I must be off to the Nanawa mines to meet my sister. Miss Avila's self-assurance is ever a sight to behold. I deduce that my own chances of felling her on the field of battle are infinitesimal. I could have told you that before you signed up. Come on. Come now, we have a suspect to pursue. Doodle-a-doo. Doodle-a-doo. Trying to steal a villa from Uncle Ulti's tentacles, are you? I'm afraid that isn't going to happen. Yes, Uncle Ulti's homemade explosive will see that this is the end of the road for you. Does that make me a bad octopus? Ah, the distinctive smell of fire sand. Another one of your handcrafted explosives, I take it, Nashu? Heavens no, Inspector, this is far too elaborate to be one of mine. Do you think whoever crafted this would be willing to give me a lesson? They're on to me! Preposterous! Could it be that Musclehead isn't as stupid as he looks? I see. In any event, I shudder to think of what might happen if an unsuspecting passerby chanced upon such a hazardous object. Allow me, heave, ho! You gotta be kidding me! Once again, we speak with Hildibrand. That maiden in mining garb must be the sister of whom Miss Avila spoke. Let us listen a bit closer. I thought we agreed. No hard labor until your leg is healed. I swear, sometimes I think you were born solely to give your poor sister headaches. Says the girl who once fought off 10 Imperials with one good arm. Perhaps someday you'll understand that your little sister can take care of herself just as well as you. Speaking of which, what news of the tourney? Worry not, Hegelina. I have taken all the necessary precautions. The Warden's grace is as good as ours. Even the most modest estimates value its worth at some 30 million gil. Do you realize what this means? Necklaces from Esh times, sunsilk dresses, all the luxuries you've ever wanted will be yours. The poor little girls in shabby clothes, objects of pity and scorn for the Uldan upper crust, those days are over. After I claim victory, we will take our rightful place at the top of society. I don't know, Avi. Wealth is all well and good, but when I see you stand tall in the Colosseum, hundreds and thousands cheering your name, I am proud, no matter how humble our birth. If we stand strong and stand together, this alone is all the wealth I ask for. That is your problem, Hegelina. You've always been too quick to settle for less than your worth. But worry not, for your sister is watching over you. I will do this, for us. Now I must return. Gods forbid one of those prying reporters overhears us. That's my Ivy. Unfazed by a duel to the death, yet terrified to be caught in a moment of tenderness. May the gods smile on you, sister, and be safe. More moving display of sisterly love I have not seen, and yet I fear it has afforded us little in the way of prospective clues. Look at this right here. There's a sneaking Ultros behind us. It would seem Avila's obsession with victory runs deeper than we imagined. That said, I can't help but feel a bond with the girl. My sister and I were alone in the world too, you see. Inspector, did you just hear what I heard? Look, kids, Uncle Ulti has had it up to here with you. Do you think you could just fall in this pit and die like a good little girl? I'm talking to you, Mrs. Warrior of Light. Hear that sound? Just one step closer. Closer! Not you, you idiot! No need for concern, friends. I have simply taken the liberty of investigating this hole in the ground, and I am pleased to report that there seems to be nothing out of the ordinary. Our hero. Now shall we return to Ulda? The Mithril Cup will be starting before long, and the last thing we want after all of this is to lose our bout by forfeit. Could it be? Did that musclehead dive straight into my trap to save his companions? The others seem completely unsurprised at this turn of events. Doubtless he has performed such selfless acts before. A true gentleman if I ever saw one. But if you think that means I'm gonna show mercy on you, you've got another thing coming. Time to break out the big guns, kiddos. Wait a minute. I dug 2 pits, didn't I? Come to think of it, the second one was right around. Give me a break. Follow Hildibrand to the gate of Nald. Do 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 do. My mount can fly no higher. Yes? Is something the matter? We're on something of a tight schedule here, Inspector. Stand back, Miss Ellie. My well-honed inspector senses are tingling. I feel a most fearsome adversary lurking about. This time you're really up the creek without a paddle, kids. Say hello to a not-so-little friend of mine from the Colosseum. He's large, he's in charge, and most of all, he's hungry. Where in the world is he? I haven't got all day. My chimera! Who is this half-naked fool? Father! Could it be that aura of unmitigated murderous rage that I felt was not our quarry, but you? Hildy! I was merely taking a stroll in search of inspiration and materials for my newest masterpiece in the making. And what brings you and your friends to these parts today? Just a bit of sleuth work, father dear. And with that, we must return to Ul'dah. If you have not heard, your son is set to compete for the Mithril Cup. Oh-ho! Moonlighting as a gladiator, are we? A fitting second career for a Manderville man, if I do say so myself. That muscle-bound man is the inspector's father? Remind me never to go to one of their family reunions. Just who is this inspector, anyway? Hildy is a worthy rival, if ever there were one. Who goes there? Hildy, Morrighan, I have been waiting for this day. Hold on just 1 second. Well, looky who we have here. You're quite the intimidating gent yourself. A friend of the inspector, mayhap? Why, I'm Gilgamesh, wandering duelist, and I am not so much the inspector's friend as his enemy. Well, that makes two of us. Perk up, Gulliver, 'cause this might be our lucky day. Is there no one in this accursed realm who can remember my... Call me what you will, friend, but heed these words. Morrighan is a formidable foe. Well, that's sounding like high praise coming from a big fella like yourself. To have such a powerhouse as his sidekick, that inspector must be something else indeed. I know not what brings you to do battle with those two, but I warn you, you will end up as seafood if you face them alone. And with that, I must be off. For reasons that I do not entirely understand, I am considered something of a fugitive in these parts. Morrighan, I will not fall so easily this time. Well, it looks like I've got my legs full. All 8 of them. But if that adventure is too strong to take on alone, I'll just have to bring along a friend. Ha ha ha. A supplely twisting ring calling to mind the undulations of a creature of the sea. Yes, inspiration has struck. Yeah, nobody here but us octopodes. Look forward to your next life as a masterpiece, fiend. Muscleheads! I hate 'em! Alright, back to the front of the Colosseum. Sprint! Bum ba ba bum 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 ba ba bum bum. Good heavens! Chancing upon father like that. I dare say it's taken a year off my life. Quite a crowd has assembled. It would seem the festivities are nigh about to commence. I had hoped to uncover more of Miss Avila's secrets, but no matter. What better place to continue my investigation than on the field of battle? Good heavens! We haven't much time before the tourney begins. We must hasten back to the Colosseum and apprise ourselves on the rules of engagement. To a true gentleman, the battle is not about victory or defeat, but fighting with honor. Whatever treachery or guile my opponents may employ, I will not lower myself to their level. This way. I was also seeing what they had treated me. They had given me stuff because it's the Starlight Festival, and I was dressed up, I'm assuming, as a Starlight person, so. There's Ultros. What is going on here? Bumps on the head, chipped teeth. I am one shabby-looking octopus. Well, I tell ya, they don't pay me enough for this. But that is all going to change soon, isn't it, buddy? Funga. Ah, Mr. Ultros, just the octopus we were looking for. I was hoping that you might enlighten us to... Gads, what gave you those ghastly bruises? But bruises? I fell down the stairs, that's all. Now get lost! I am a busy octopus. Funga. Ouch! You have my sympathies, good sir. It is challenge enough to coordinate 4 limbs, let alone 8. Is there someone inside your office? No, whatever gave you that idea? I am simply fumigating the place. For pests like yourself. Now, don't you have a battle to go fight? Funga! Inspector, I think something's alive in there. That's just me, talking to myself. Yes, funga. Gods, yes, gods. Working as a receptionist is fun. Battered, bruised, beset by vermin, and still able to find joy and fulfillment in your work. I say, Mr. Ultros, your passion for your chosen profession is truly an inspiration to us all. Morrighan, if you would come with me for a moment. I fear the stupidity in the air may be contagious. Well, has your investigation borne any fruit? I see. Avila seeks to win the tourney to claim a fortune and raise her and her sister out of poverty. Furthermore, she has implied that she has taken the necessary precautions to ensure that her victory is all but certain. While trailing her, you narrowly avoided a series of dastardly obstacles, and upon your return, that strange octopus appeared considerably worse for the wear. The evidence points in one direction. The Alamegan girl and Ultros are plotting together to claim the Mithril Cup and its lucrative prize. It is not as preposterous as it sounds. I have done some research on our 8-legged friend. It would appear that Ultros has become something of a regular at Uldah's taverns and, houses of pleasure. I suspect that he is using his inside knowledge of the workings of the Colosseum to identify and eliminate potential threats, thereby ensuring victory for Avila and earning himself a healthy commission. There is also the matter of the Tempest Blade that is rumored to be the source of the Alamegan girl's strength. This remains a mystery, which means that I fear your life is still in danger, Morrighan. One of the guards informed me that several crates of refuse from the Colosseum reception room were hastily discarded in Pearl Lane not bells ago. It is a stab in the dark, but the contents may yet provide some answers. I would ask you to bring them to me. Okay. Let us be on our way, then. Meow. Coliseum Refuse. And there's more right over here. How dare somebody just litter like this? Now we take it back to Breaudian. And our sprint is up! Let us be on our way. Dun 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 da 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 ba da 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 ma na 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 da da da. Here we go. Well, let me see what you have found. Now what have we here? Ah, yes. A spectacular assortment of innards and entrails, and what's this? A sack, even more foul-smelling than the gore it was lying in, if that can be believed. And look here, something appears to be written on the side. Synth-got sundries. It would seem this merchant has had dealings with that squishy mass of tentacles. Let us pay a visit to the man and have him enlighten us as to the exact nature of their partnership. Deliver the stinking sack to Synth-got. Welcome, welcome! What might a discerning lady like yourself be looking for today? I'm sorry, madam, but if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. No exchanges, replacements, or refunds. I stand by the quality of my wares, and I expect my customers to do the same. Wait, now, did Ultros send you? I'll be asking the questions here. What exactly did you sell to that ungodly creature? Why, an entire sack full of gold truffles. Can you believe it? What with the impressive price and that, distinctive aroma, they're only for the most discerning of customers, which Mr. Ultros clearly is, as he just placed another order today. Could these truffles somehow be connected to... No, I shall stop myself before I start sounding like... Inspector Breaudian, it wounds me that you would sneak off to conduct your investigation without me, and to steal away Morrighan here. This gentleman is not impressed. Did you find anything, Inspector? Good gods, what is that dreadful smell? Miss Ellie, I would have expected a cultured young woman like yourself to be more educated in the Epicurean arts. That is the most distinct and delightful aroma of the gold truffle. An acquired taste, to be sure, but one that has won the heart of many an Uldan gourmet. I particularly enjoy them slow roasted, as my dear mother makes them. Roasted, you say? Why, my mouth's watering just thinking about it. Might I be so bold as to ask the recipe? It appears the productive portion of this conversation has come to an end. Besides, the tourney is about to begin. Let us make haste back to the Colosseum. Well, that merchant proved to be a spectacular waste of time. Time which is in short supply. We must return to the Colosseum before the battles begin. Here is the plan, Morrighan. I shall find a suitable vantage point to observe Miss Avila in combat. Until I have ascertained the trickery behind her abilities, you ought to keep a wide berth of her blade. Understood? Hold on, let me see something real quick. Okay. Onward to Dower Meadow. Probably should have just taken the teleport again, but why not? Let's run. Jump, 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 jump up the stairs. Bleh. It's gonna be on this side. It's gonna be right there. Not Briardian. There you are! I was this close to starting the melee without you. Ha ha! I'd be remiss not to tell you that there's been a slight change of plans. Another contestant suffered a last-minute injury, and none other than our very own Ultros had to step in to take his place. With everyone's favorite octopus joining you two in the fray, spectators are just pouring in, and bookmakers across town are raking in the gill, which ain't a bad thing for us. Word has it that Master Feargeist himself is quite taken with my promotional skills. Aye, the future's looking bright for old Dower Meadow, it is. So what say ye? Are you ready to get your asses kicked? Ha ha ha, yes. Aye, that's what I like to hear. Ladies and gents, it's time for blades to whirl and limbs to fly. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, plutocrats and paupers, open your eyes and steel your stomachs. The Mithril Cup, brought to you by our ever-charitable friends at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. Your concern is our concern. It is about to begin. Who will stand atop the heap of maimed bodies and twisted limbs to claim victory? Will it be the tempestuous Avila of Alamigo, Morrighan, the famed warrior of light, or who was that grinning fool again? Ah, that's right, Humberbatch, agent of infamy and imbecile extraordinaire. Or will it be our 11th hour entry, Ultros, the 8-legged purple purveyor of pain? Here I am! Did you miss me? Aye, I'd say we have a battle for the ages here, folks. Combatants, take your positions and let the battles begin! Alright, you know the deal. We team up and wipe out the others, then when it's just the two of us, I'll take a dive. And you receive your share of the winnings. I have not forgotten our promise. The Moogle sound! Look at Avila's blade spin. Why, she's a veritable whirlwind of death and destruction out there. They breed 'em tough in Alamigo, that's for certain. You are next. Here we go, ladies and gents. Once my buddy gets a whiff of these raw truffles, he'll be sneezing up a storm, literally. Oh nothing like the rich aroma of roasted truffles. All this fighting is giving Uncle Ulti an appetite. It's time for dinner, yes? Wait a minute. Roasted truffles? Braised in savory sauce, just like Mother used to make. Feel free to have seconds. There's a whole sack full where that came from. That meddling musclehead! What's taking him so damn long? The girl's gaze gives it away. Open that gate at once. Fun. What is that monstrosity? Mr. Typhone, is that your stomach I hear rumbling? Could I interest you in some roasted truffles, perhaps? What fascinating friends you have, Ulti. Why, just look at this charming little nose. Is he perhaps suffering from a case of the sniffles? Funga. Could it be? Of Villa's vaunted Tempest Blade? It was that monster all along. The girl played us all for fools. Don't look at me. It was all her idea. I am just a stupid octopus. You were the one who approached me. You double-dealing fiend. I just wanted to experience the thrill of battle, you know, for my work and all. Go on, Dower. Has Uncle Ulti ever lied to you? What did I tell you? I knew there was something fishy about that Alamegan whore. Jesus. All Amegans. Beggars and brutes, the lot of them. We give them a home in our lands, and this is the thanks we get. Send her to Garlemald for all I care. Just get her out of my sight before I get sick. Fucking hell. But I just wanted to... My sister. But I feel for the girl, really. My octopus heart goes out to her. But the rules are the rules, right? Now, if Uncle Ulti may be so bold... I say we call off the melee and have a final showdown between the 3 remaining competitors. That would be me, my buddy Typhone, and Morrighan here. What do you say, Mrs. Warrior of Light? Aye, that's what we want to see. Ultros, Ultros, Ultros. Well, this is a most unprecedented turn of events, but who am I to deny the wishes of such a passionate crowd of martial arts aficionados? The venue, Hive, the fighters, the tag team of Ultros and Typhone versus the Warrior of Light. Who will be left standing when the storm has settled? Be there or miss a battle for the ages. Bum-bum. Of course, his head is stuck. He did not fight as a gentleman. So to review, the truffles were to elicit a sneeze from the octopus's oversized crony, which would be positioned so as to appear it was coming from the Alamegan girl's blade, allowing the two to sweep away their opponents with ease. No wonder I wasn't able to see it sooner. It's quite possibly the most imbecilic scheme I've encountered in my years as a consulting inspector. At any rate, we have no choice but to trust in your abilities now, Morrighan. Let us make for Hive. Yes, let us make for Halatali, which would be Drybone, and then south from there. Ba-ba-bum. Doo-doo-doo. Where did my... Here it is. I need to charge my phone. It is dying. That's the wrong end. Come on. There we go. Got that in the plug. There we go. Dum dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba ba dum. Well, this tourney turned into a right mess with all the trouble I took preparing consolation prizes for the melee. It looks like we won't be needing them after all. Of course, as long as you're bringing in the spectators and the profits, I could give a gnat's ass. Ha ha! Now I know what you're thinking. 2 against 1 ain't fair, especially when one of the two is the size of a small house. So here's the deal. Why don't you bring along some of your friends for the battle? Let's say 7 of them. That should even the odds, aye? Indeed it should. The Dragon's Neck? Confront Ultros atop the Dragon's Neck. Yep. 11-minute wait time. So let's go to Gridania. And we'll start with working on those quests. Excuse me. What do you have? Judgment, Bolts, and Lightning. Which I think unlocks the Ramu Extreme. Alfino! My thanks for coming, Morrighan. When you are ready, speak with the conjurer yonder. She will show us to the Lotus Stand. The Alliance leaders await you at the Lotus Stand. Will you be joining them now? Yes. Yes, I will.
Change has come to the Garlean Empire, and we must discuss the implications.
The rumors are true, then? The War of Succession is ended?
It is. A new emperor reigns in Garlemald.
Who?
The birth and all too rapid expansion of the Garlean Empire is commonly attributed to the strategic brilliance of Solus Zosgalvis, yet he did not rule alone. Several members of the royal household also distinguished themselves during his reign. Nevertheless, it was the eldest son who stood to inherit the throne, until his most untimely passing.
I thought us fortunate when I learned that the Emperor had died without naming a successor.
Interesting. Damn.
Would that the Garlean Empire had died with him.
'twas the grandson and his uncle who had the strongest claims, was it not?
Which would be
Indeed.
Xenos and...
Yet claims count for little without the power to assert them. High Legatus Varus Ye Galvus is a respected military leader. Not so his uncle.
Oh.
So young Varus has torn the crown from his uncle's grasp and taken his place at the head of the Empire.
Damn.
Given the troubled nature of his succession, the new emperor will require time to seal his grip on power. Yet have no doubt but that he shall, for there are none left with strength enough to oppose him.
Since the success of Operation Archon, the remnants of the 14th Legion and the forces occupying Alamigo have done naught but fortify their positions. But you can be sure they'll be ready to march on us again, if their Emperor gives the word.
True that.
When, not if. They say this Varus was so set upon Eorzean annexation that he spoke out against the Meteor Project.
Plainly, the new emperor's intentions are of great concern to us all. I propose that we set aside the Cartano dispute for the present, and discuss what measures the Alliance might take to prepare for a resumption of hostilities with Garlemald. Moreover, I move that we re-examine the question of how our former allies in Ishgard might be persuaded to retake their place at our side. Could Eorzea but stand as one, 'twould deal a grave blow to our enemies' ambitions.
Well, I suppose we should be grateful that they have finally acknowledged the inevitability of Imperial attack. Who knows? They may even do something about it.
I doubt it, Alphino.
If only the leaders of Ishgard would follow their example and stop hiding behind their gates, praying for the coming storm to pass them by. But that is a discussion for another time. At present, I am more concerned by the fact that the Alliance's mooted preparations will be made known to the Garleans many moons before.
Sorry. Sun just busted in. But that is a discussion for another time. At present, I am more concerned by the fact that the Alliance's mooted preparations will be made known to the Garleans many moons before their coming.
So long as the ivy eludes our grasp, no secret is safe.
Why, you... Will not have escaped your notice that the nations of Eorzea are no nearer to being of one purpose, despite their protestations to the contrary. Plainly, the threat of a resurgent Garlemald is not enough to stir them. And the reason for this deep-rooted mistrust among the citizenry The nation's leaders can come to all the misunderstandings they like, but their unity means little unless to the common folk. Take the Lamenzans, for instance. Though Admiral Melwib outlawed piracy over a decade ago, foreigners still picture the nation as a haven for grog-swilling wooden-legged cutthroats. In likewise, the Gridanians are marked as hermits who talk to the trees, and the Uldans scorned as swindlers who worship coin. Not that such sentiments are entirely without grounds, of course. Take that pillar of Uldan society, Teleji Adaleji, for example. But that is beside the point. The fact is that people are wary of outsiders, whether they have cause to be or not. On that basis, one could argue that the conflict at Cartano is a necessary evil. Each nation has its own warmongering faction that advocates the acquisition of Omega. In order to placate them, we present them something resembling warfare, and thereby curb their appetite for full-scale conflict. But enough idle musing. Let us speak of a more pressing matter, the Ivy. Since we spoke at the Observatorium, Captain Ilberd has further shortened his list of suspects, and by happy coincidence, the one he deems the most likely candidate is lately come to Gridania. The hunt nears its end, Morrighan. All that remains is to corner our quarry. Seek out Ilberd near the Adder's Nest. He will give you the particulars. Should there be any developments in Kurthus, you may be sure that I will send word without delay. In the meantime, I wish you success in apprehending the Ivy. This is a horrible area for, like, cutscenes like that, because I could not find a good spot to, like, set the camera and stay. Alright, let's pick up the seasonal quest. Happy Starlight! You're an adventurer, are you not? I am Garanji, Starlight Celebrant. 'Tis a pleasure to meet you. And may I say you've come at a most opportune moment. You see, we are planning some truly extraordinary festivities this year, but are presently short-handed. It's no good, Celebrant. We will require the aid of an adventurer after all. Oh, dare I say she is an adventurer? And you have already made the arrangements? Allow me to introduce Associate Professor Lorenzen of the Studium in Charlian. His are the festivities for which I am hoping to secure your assistance. Lorenzen, Faculty of Folklore. Delighted, I am sure. Without further ado, then I shall test your knowledge of the season. First question, what creature symbolizes the Starlight celebration? I'm going to take a guess that it's the reindeer that you brought with you, but I also really want to scream out, Yeetie! But it's a reindeer. Twiz would be a reindeer. An easy question, was it not? I apologize if I insulted your intelligence. Indeed, the answer is reindeer. From gifts to garbs, Starlight paraphernalia is often emblazoned with or designed in the image of these noble creatures. Now for my second question. We're just going to skip that cutscene. Unfortunately, I now gotta go gather children. For this man. we go. All I remember is that these two are supposed to be tanked separately. Little imp team didn't do what they were supposed to do. GG, y'all. Thwarted again. I feel like such a sucker. And Morrighan claims the Mithril Cup. Aw, darn, they got it, not me. But I got 3-player commendations, so who's the real winner here? Damn. Good show, Morrighan. Your performance has earned us front row seats at the awards ceremony. This should afford us the perfect vantage point to thwart the thief. Come, let us return to the Colosseum. Alright, and now while we teleport back to finish up this thing, I am going to go grab my lunch real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, we are back. To the Colosseum. It was a battle for the ages, but a worthy victor has risen to claim the spoils. And now, let's take a look at the relic that our champion has won. You mean the relic that's probably going to be missing? How is he still around? Behold, from the personal vaults of Master Feargeist himself, the Warden's Grace, a timeless treasure, the likes of which our realm has never seen. One that's earned the attention of Eorzea's most prominent pilferer. Ha ha ha! Ooh. Above you! Wait, above you. I don't know. That wasn't the right voice either. Ladies and gentlemen, inspectors and invertebrates, the opening act dragged on overlong, but worry not. The main event is about to begin. I know that you paid well for your seats here today, but I can assure you that my performance will not leave you disappointed. Now, I invite one and all to sit back and enjoy the show. Don't be distracted by the flashing lights and fireworks. Vile fiend, mark my words. You have stolen your lost treasure. I swear it on the Manderville's name. Oh no. It's Greg. Why, think not, Hildibrand. Hold on one second. All right. Sorry about that. Greg, 'tis always a pleasure to reunite with old friends, but your timing truly leaves something to be desired. Goodness, come on. Morrighan, you have bested me once, but not today. I shall have my revenge when I pierce your chest with my spear. Do you not mean your skewer? My spear! Vile thief! Is there not a shred of honor in you? Return my weapon at once! Oh, it seems we have an unexpected guest. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I fear attendance at today's performance is by invitation only. Now it's raining truffles, but the battle's already... Mr. Typhoon! Just a moment. I'm sure I had a tissue here somewhere. There goes Enkidu. And the ring. Alas and alack! The ring sails straight into the hands of the fiend! Giving up so soon, are we? Those don't sound like the words of a Mandeville man. Ooh. But of course! Brilliant, father! If the ring won't come to me, I shall go to the ring! Why, it'll be just like Dalamud. Hildibrand, Heliodor, Maximilian Mandeville. Skyward, as only a Mandeville can. Right past it. For father, you know not your own stray. $997, $998, $999. Wow! Oh, they mantraed him out of the ground? These legs, they look strangely familiar. Ah! Put a little too much spin on that one, it seems. Not exactly as planned, but who can argue with the results? Save for one thing. This ring is a fake. But no matter, I have a feeling this will lead me to the true treasure. Until next time, friends, you have been a most attentive audience. That key! Bloody hells! Guards! Seize the fiend at once! And of course he's gone. It's too late, sir. The second prize, the Ring of Inquiry, it's gone. Second prize? What is the meaning of this? Many-faced fiend or no, the man spoke true. A master goldsmith's eyes cannot be deceived. This sun sphere is clearly a second-rate replica. Preposterous! It just, the dim lighting. Yes, if you'll just step over here. Oh, buddy, you're in trouble. Have you taken ill, friend? You seem to be perspiring most heavily. Let's not be so hasty, friends. I can explain. I sold out my honor, joined forces with that odious octopus, all for a false treasure? What a fool I have been. Whatever was I thinking? Do not berate yourself so, Miss Avila. Why, it was exactly as you said, was it not? You were thinking of dear Hegalina and nothing more. I suppose I was, at that. How do you know my sister's name? I assure you, young miss, under no circumstances did I tail you to the Nanawa mines to eavesdrop on your intimately personal dialogue with your beloved sister. You have the right of it. Blinded by the prospect of fortune and fame, I lost sight of myself and what I truly was fighting for. My honor and my sister's trust will not easily be regained, but I will not shirk from the challenge. Ba 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 ba. One mystery still remains. Before the thief had identified the ring as fake, he had already acquired the key to the storeroom. Clearly the second prize, this Ring of Inquiry, was his target from the start. But why? There must be some pattern to the items the fiend has stolen, a pattern that betrays his true intentions. The Treaty Blade, Azema's Virtue, the Ring of Inquiry, all relics with quite a history, or to be more precise, relics from the era of the Balladians. Oh, Hildibrand, what are you doing? Oh ho, if that is so, the answer is clear as day. The Fiend means to found Eorzea's greatest museum of Baladian history, pushing up the prices and gouging honest men out of their hard-earned coin. Doubtless another one of his cards will appear on the scene to tell us just as much. Nothing. Oh, snap. Oh, it's a big card. Oh no! Okay, okay, that was pretty good. There goes Typhone. I have enjoyed our little game, but all good things must come to an end. I shall claim the 4 sacred treasures, and justice shall be served. So this is the thief's final challenge to us. But what are these 4 treasures of which he speaks? Where the 4 treasures of Balladia become one, and the wicked shall be judged in the blazing light of sun. An old legend, little more than a fairy tale at that, and yet it seems the Phantom believes there is some truth in these words. 4 sacred relics of Balladia, the Warden's justice, lofty words coming from a glorified footpad. One who's winning over the common folk by the day. If rumors are to be believed, it would seem the tales of the master thief ruffling the feathers of the rich and famous have won the man more than a few admirers. Consider his targets thus far. An Uldan collector and her hired thugs, a trading mogul and the brass blades, and now a mining magnate and the stone torches. Is it any surprise that the sympathies of ordinary Uldans would lie with the perpetrator rather than his victims? Astutely observed, Miss Ellie. Our quarry clearly harbors no small degree of resentment for wealth and authority. Might his next target be a member of the Syndicate? Perhaps the Sultana herself? Ha! Then it will be to his downfall. For the greater the challenge, the higher I rise. Just one moment, if you would. Mark my words, ye of many faces, there is but one man who shall lay claim to the 4 lost relics of Balladia, and it shall be Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. Yes, I'm sure that inspires us all with great confidence. Was that? Oh, no, it couldn't be. Methinks Godbert may need a new pair of spectacles. Turn webcam off for a moment. So that I can eat a little bit of this burger. off camera. And the key to the next case is a mask. Have you ever worn a mask for so long that you forgot what you actually look like? I have. And how did they freeze in midair like that? Talk about a mystery. Oh well, see you next time. Give me just a second. Okay. We're not going to do any more Hildibrand, but we're going to pick up the next quest at least. I was wondering when you'd show up, Morrighan. I hope you haven't made any plans for the day, because we've got a situation on our hands. Remember our good friend the Phantom Thief? Well, it seems he's decided to branch out from burglary to cold-blooded murder. If the rumors are to be believed, he's claimed 3 victims already, all influential members of Uldan's society. Mr. Manyfaces has been kind enough to leave one of his signature calling cards at every scene, leaving no doubt as to the identity of the murder. The message is always the same. The weight of 5 corpses will bring the scales of justice to balance. More riddles. Not that you'll hear me complaining. No, the only thing my readers like more than a good mystery is a good murder mystery. Ever since the story broke, the Mithril Eye's been selling like Pond's cakes. The only rub is that it's left me no time to look into the thief's last message. Until now, that is. Shall we, Morrighan? The hidden treasure of Uldan, was it? If there's anyone who can shed some light on this, it's you-know-who. To Sunsilk Tapestries! Alright, we're going back to Gridania now. Webcam back on. Wrong person. There's going to be illusions. That sounds like fun and all, but I promised my mom I'd help her put up decorations. Sorry. Of course you did, kid. Good kid, though. Good kid. I'm actually going to turn webcam off for a little bit, because this is a messy burger, and I want to eat more of it. But let's not run into a wall. Cautious child. Oh, I was told to buy a Starlight cake and hurry home. Sorry. There's a magical reindeer that can create illusions? Amazing! I've just finished my chores, so I'll head over at once. Ah, you are returned. I trust a gaggle of rosy-cheeked younglings will be arriving shortly. Only this one? Oh, this is precisely the problem with today's youth. No concept of scholarship or the virtues of academic inquiry. I suppose this single ragamuffin will suffice. For the purposes of proof, the number of children isn't consequential after all. Blitzen, the season of lights is in full glow, and a child stands expectant before you. Hearken unto the spirit of your ancestors and bring forth your delightful illusions. No. Come now, Blitzen. Is this not the Starlight celebration? And is that not a child, wide-eyed and innocent? Bah, that's just a normal reindeer. The baby Yeti from last year was so much better. Oh well. Well, wait, don't leave. I beseech you. There are crucial discoveries to be made in the name of folklore, to which your assistance is paramount. That did not go as I hoped. What am I to do now? Forgive me, but I need a moment to collect myself. Amidst the calm of the Great Loam Growery, perhaps I shall return once my thoughts are clear. Poor buddy. That's right, we have to wait. Waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. You wait patiently, but Lawrenson does not return. To the bridge. Oh, it's you. It seems I've been here rather longer than I thought. My apologies. I have been pondering my dilemma, but I believe I have identified the root of the problem. The children of Gridania are insufficient for my purposes. The original testimony was Ishgardian, after all, meaning that it is Ishgardian children I require. I was a fool to consider proving my theory anywhere else. There is just one problem. Ishgard is closed to outsiders. As an adventurer, however, perhaps you know a way for us to enter the city? How does Blitzen feel about all this, buddy? Blitzen, why he would agree to me, of course. Isn't that so, Oh. But Blitzen, where did you go? Blitzen! Blitzen! I can't find Blitzen anywhere. Where could he have gone? God, so absorbed was I in my thoughts, I must have left him somewhere. The gods know he can't bear being alone. Oh, he must be so frightened right now. I must find him. Must find my dear boy. Oh, Blitzen, where could he have gone? Try to soothe his nerves. Okay. There. What am I doing? Blitzen needs me, and yet here I am, a blubbery mess. My apologies for subjecting you to such undignified behavior. Unforeseen circumstances have a tendency to rattle my nerves, but I am well now, thanks to you. I shall go and search for Blitzen at once. May I count on your cooperation once more? You may. My heartfelt thanks. For now, let us search within the city. If you could make inquiries in the direction of Mikado's amphitheater, I shall retrace our steps back to Apkulu Falls. Quickly now! Okay. Quickly! Happy Holiday Maker. A reindeer? Why yes, I saw it go dashing through the snow towards Mikado's amphitheater. A reindeer, you say? As a matter of fact, one went trotting by the amphitheater and down the lane not long ago. What level is my paladin? 54. Okay. So they are leveling like in tandem almost. Perfection. Absolute perfection. The very incarnation of crystalline beauty. Oh, were you speaking to me? Reindeer? I can't say that I did, transfixed to this frozen masterpiece as I was. I vaguely recall having heard some clopping noises behind me, though. Must have been something of the sort. To the New Gridania. There he is. Oh, Blitzen. Oh, buddy. Oh, adventurer, have you had any luck in locating? Blitzen, where have you been? I have been running myself ragged in search of you. Wow. But Blitzen, why do you bray so? Why, to summon me, of course. Ho, ho, ho. And you are... I am the Saint of Nymea, and I have come at our antlered friend's behest to lead your misguided soul unto the soothing bosom of the Starlight celebration. I will ask you plainly, young scholar, Do you understand why you were unable to coax forth the legendary twinkling of this reindeer's magics? Aye. So you do not know. Fortunately for you, naught escapes the Saint of Nymea's all-seeing eyes. You see it too, do you not? The reason why our scholarly friend failed? Clearly, he's lost sight of the spirit of the Starlight celebration. What? Of course I haven't lost sight. All know that the Starlight celebration is held for the benefit of the children. So you finally understand. Indeed, the Starlight celebration exists for the good children of the realm. This our antlered friend knows well. But you, my scholarly friend, you were so obsessed with your work that you could only see the children as a means to prove your theory. Is it any wonder then that Blitzen has not minded to oblige your demands? It is as you say, good saint. Respecting the customs one seeks to understand is basic folklorist fieldwork. I shame my profession in forgetting it. Wow. My thanks for comforting me, friend, and my apologies for ignoring your feelings. Ho, it seems my job here is done. I leave this man and this reindeer in your capable hands, adventurer. Happy Starlight to all, and to all a good day. Right. There isn't a moment to lose. Let us resume our research. Forgive me. Force of habit. Let us resume our celebration of this wondrous season by bringing joy and happiness to children. Wah! I want my mommy! That cry of distress. It comes from the other side of the Aetherite Plaza. Come, my friend. Wah! I want my mommy. Oh dear. Distraught as she is, how are we to learn what ails her? We need to settle her somehow. With sweets, perhaps? Or toys? Wow. Oh, how pretty! Well done, Blitzen. Well done. Now we may ask after the source of her woes. Wow. Greetings, little one. Tell me, what is it that troubles you? Well, me and Mommy were on our way to the markets, but suddenly she wasn't there and I got scared. I see. I expect that your mother is still nearby, in which case... Is anyone missing a child? We have a lost child in search of her mother. Wow! Oh, there you are. Thank goodness. Mommy, you were there, then suddenly you were gone. I was so scared. I am so sorry, sweetling. I'm here now. Well, ain't this adorable? Thank you so much for looking after my daughter, sir. Thank you, sir, and you too, Mr. Reindeer. Those shiny presents were really pretty. I think congratulations are in order. What? Oh, right. I suppose Blitzen just proved my theory, didn't he? I was too concerned with helping the little one to notice. Well, I shan't complain, seeing as we've fulfilled our objective. Shall we report back to Garangi? Alright, to Makito's Amphitheater. Where we'll turn this in and get the reindeer mount. And then we'll do a little bit of MSQ. But first, we're probably going to take a break to go to the bathroom and stuff. Ah, welcome back, everyone. How did you fare in the end? Very well, I'm pleased to say. We managed to reunite a lost child with her mother, and for a happy side benefit, succeeded in proving my theory. My, the three of you have been busy indeed. Thank you for your help, adventurer. Allow me to offer my gratitude as well. Were it not for you, I would have remained blinded to what was truly important. Wow. Saying thanks as well, are you? But it seems to me you played as important a role as any today, Blitzen. You are as dependable a little helper as I have ever known. It's curious, though. At first he seemed wholly unmotivated to act, but then showed the illusion of his own volition. What do you suppose inspired his change of heart? I believe the answer is concern. In the beginning, he could tell that I held none for the children and sought only academic satisfaction. Pure of heart as he is, how could Blitzen be moved to assist me? However, when he sensed that the concern I held for that crying child was genuine, he no longer felt resistance to using his powers. Blitzen sounds like quite the intuitive fellow. Reindeer generally are. As herd animals, they are accustomed to sensing even the slightest shift in feeling or intent. And this is but another theory, but I suspect that Blitzen's ancestors conjured their illusions in response to the feelings of love and kindness they sensed in the people around them. Such reindeer were far more plentiful back then. Some were even domesticated to pull sleighs. No doubt younglings had ample opportunity to witness the same spectacular illusions we now find so precious. It is truly unfortunate that Blitzen's kin have so declined in number, but I will cherish their invaluable contribution to the Starlight celebration. Thank you for sharing this fascinating history with us. If I was able to impart even a modicum of the passion I feel towards my subject, I will count myself very blessed indeed. Ah, but that reminds me. There is one last task for which I would appreciate your assistance, to wit, sharing Blitzen's miraculous illusions and the joy they inspire with as many children as we can find. You got it, buddy. Speaking in the true spirit of Starlight, Lorenzen, I dare say you'll be a little helper yet. Wow! Perfect. Stop it. Let's open that. Okay. We will be right back while I go to the bathroom and get a refill on water and stuff. Alright, and we are back. Hold on. Get my phone on the charger. Then we will switch over screens. How did I manage to click right on the Clockwork Solace? Alright. Let's go talk with Hildibrand in New Gridania. Look, it's YU. YU. My thanks for coming, Scion. Doubtless the commander has informed you, but we have unmasked the Ivy. From this point on, we must proceed with extreme caution. Okay. How does that look? I don't like it. So we're taking silver. Listen well. The spy we have been seeking all this time is none other than Flame Marshal Elaine Ryu, Raban's second in command. Prior to joining the Immortal Flames, she was a mercenary of no small renown. They say her skill with a polearm had to be seen to be believed. Of Ishgardian birth, she is the highest ranked foreigner in the Immortal Flames, barring the Flame General himself, of course. When he formed the Grand Company, Raban chose people based on their worth. Whence they hailed was of no interest. The monetarists saw things differently, however. Having funded the enterprise, they reserved the right to reject candidates renominated for high-ranking positions. And 'twas no secret that they did not favor foreigners, Ishgardians especially, after the way the Holy See forsook the alliance. Yet the monetarists did not raise so much as a murmur of protest when YU was appointed to her post. Passing strange, is it not? Could it be that the Ivy has some hold over the monetarist? But these revelations are secondary to our current mission. Of foremost interest to us is YU's presence here now. As you may be aware, it is the duty of the Flame Marshal to command the Immortal Flames in the absence of the Flame General. While Raban attended the Council of Alliance leaders, she should have remained in the Hall of Flames. The woman has no business being in Gridania, yet here she is nonetheless. On some pretense, she is up to something, mark my words. Even as we speak, I have a dozen men trawling the Flames' records for evidence of YU's guilt. But if we can catch her red-handed, we shall have all the proof we need. Which brings me to the plan. I have people watching the city gates, the airship landing, and the docks, every point of egress. She cannot leave without our knowledge. All that remains is to shadow her until she betrays her true purpose. Can I rely on your eyes? Can I rely upon your eyes, Scion? You have my thanks. Let us go, then, and take care not to alert our quarry. I must go speak with Hildibrand, who is up by the Aetheryte. YU is heading in the direction of the Blue Badger Gate. With me, Scion. So YU has entered the Carline canopy, meeting someone perchance, or could it be she means to board an airship? Pray look for her within. If she's not on the upper floor, try the landing area below. One of mine is stationed there, and she may have seen something. Ephemy is her name. I shall remain here in case YU reappears. Cannot jump down there, huh? Morrighan Initari, such an unexpected pleasure. What brings you here? A social visit, you say? How pleasant. No, she didn't come this way. I've noted every passenger and none bore any resemblance. Well, don't let me keep you. Report to Hildibrand. Nowhere to be seen, you say, and you are sure she did not board an airship? She did not come back out either. Where in the seven hells could she have gone? The Roost! How could I forget? Greetings, good sir. Might I interest you in some Montoy tonic? A cup a day imbues a man with great vigor, if you take my meaning. Perhaps another time, friend. Wait, that necklace. You are a shinobi of Doma. The woman you seek has left Gridania by way of West Shore Pier. She was attired as a merchant, but these eyes are not so easily deceived. You may wish to take your search to the East Shroud. Rest assured that we shall continue to support you from the shadows. That was genius! Think the 12 for the Domans. Were it not for their unique talents, Ryu would have disappeared without a trace. Ooh, it's dyeable, but... so is that, though. What does this look like dyed? Hildibrand, I believe you have another quest for me. Our hunt leads us to the East Shroud, Scion. I suggest we follow Ryu's example and take the ferry from West Shore Pier. You'll doubtless wish to make certain preparations. See to them while I go on ahead. I shall wait for you at Sweet Bloom Pier. To the Lancers Guild, because that's the closest teleport to the Sweet Bloom Pier. Alright, Hildibrand. This way, my friends. Your quarry makes for the Hawthorne Hut. If Ryu is truly the one we seek, we can expect that she means to make contact with her Garlean masters there. An explanation is in order. You are no doubt aware that the Garleans have their own method of communicating over great distances. Well, our ingenious friends at Garland Ironworks have provided us with devices which disrupt these communications, and we have installed them around the city-states. In so doing, we have made it difficult for Imperial agents to correspond with their masters. Ryu would thus have no choice but to rendezvous with her Imperial contact directly. Yet, as a well-known face in the Immortal Flames, she cannot move about Phanolin without being recognized. It would only be a matter of time before someone saw through her disguise. 'Tis for this reason, I believe, that she has chosen the Black Shroud for her clandestine meetings. The Elizin are a common sight here, and her comings and goings are not like to turn any heads. As my scouts tell it, the Garleans have sent agents with a mind to destroy the devices and render such direct contact unnecessary. Fortunately, our shinobi have thus far been successful in rebuffing their efforts. This is it. We need only make for Hawthorne's hut and catch Wayu in the act. Why am I just riding along the ground when I can fly? He can fly. It's right here. Hello, Yugiri. My people report that our quarry has departed for the bramble patch. The ivy returns to the gnarls whence she came, but perhaps it is all for the better. To convict someone of her standing, we will require damning evidence against her. What could be better than to catch her in the act when she meets with her Garlean masters? My countrymen and I shall wait in the shadows. Tread warily, my friends. Just beyond, Wayu is in conversation with an individual clad in the manner of an adventurer. An imperial intermediary, no doubt. This is it. With me. Flame Marshal Elena Wayu, you are under arrest for treason and espionage. You were followed, you bloody fool. Damnation. You are unarmed, my lady, and scarcely garbed for battle, but if you wish to fight, you are welcome to try. Sloppy. Sorry, trying to get in the voice. What is the meaning of this, Captain? Would you arrest me for strolling in the Twelveswood? When last I looked, that was no crime, and neither was conversing with passing strangers. You would feign ignorance, then. Very well. If you do think of something to say, there will be plenty of time to say it later. Now, come quietly, or I shall make you wish you had. I will offer you no struggle. After all, I have naught to hide. That all seemed just a little too easy. Even a warrior of Ryu's renown could not have hoped to escape by force. Despite her claims, her surrender does not bespeak innocence, but an awareness that her position is untenable. With the ivy thus uprooted, it is to be hoped that the tendrils she entwined around the immortal flames will gradually wither and die. Mayhap, then, the people of Ul'dah will have the grand company they deserve. But let us speak of the present, if I may ask. What will you do now, Morrighan? So the Scions seek a way into Iceheart's sanctum. Then I dare say you are eager to return to the Rising Stones. Pray do not let me keep you. Fear not, my countrymen and I shall tend to the aftermath. You need not waste your talents here. And speaking of talents, have you considered training in the art of the shinobi? You have the aptitude for it, I believe, so please give it some thought. Till next time, my friend. Pray return to the Waking Sands. Except it's not the Waking Sands, it's the Rising Stones. And they didn't give us any teleport tickets this time. But nevertheless, here we are. Look at Tataru just sitting there juggling. I've been trying to make it here and see this part. She cannot seriously be considering it. Life as a street performer should be one's last resort, not their first. Tataru has grown beyond childish fantasies of becoming a songstress. Now she aspires to be a legendary street performer. Tataru, you can be whatever you want to be, and I believe in you, because you scare me. Minfilia, welcome back, Morrighan. I understand that Alfino had a task for you. May I ask what it was? Charges of treason and espionage against Elaine Ryu? I can scarce believe it. Could there not have been some manner of misunderstanding? No, it avails us not to dwell on it. Whatever the truth may be, we must trust to the authorities to uncover it. Let us speak of another matter. I am pleased to report that we have made progress in our efforts to find a way into Iceheart's sanctum. As you may recall, Iceheart used the Aetheryte in the depths of Snowcloak to teleport a short distance to the west, most likely to a sanctuary of some description. It is there that we suspect she means to summon Shiva using the crystals she stole from the House Fortomp caravan. The heretics believe that they are bringing about the second coming of their patron saint, but if, as we suspect, they mean to hold a summoning ritual of the kind employed by the beast tribes, it seems likely that the result will be something more akin to a primal. Suffice it to say, they must be stopped, and stop them we shall. But first, we must surmount the obstacle that Iceheart has placed in our path. Ordinarily, it would be a simple matter to tap into the established Ethernet and thereby follow our quarry. However, despite our best efforts, we have been unable to ascertain the position of the Aetheryte to which she teleported. Our prevailing theory is that she destroyed the second Aetheryte upon arrival, a reckless, desperate measure, but also an effective one. After discussing the matter at length with Urianger, we have concluded that we lack the expertise to develop a solution, which is why we have called upon the aid of one who does possess such expertise. A colleague of ours who is currently en route to Revenant's Toll from Charlian. She should be arriving within the hour, in fact. Since you are here, mayhap we could welcome her together. I am certain she would appreciate the gesture. Let us make our way to the northern gates and await her coming. Oh, excuse me. Da-ba-da-ba-bo. Here comes the Chocobo carriage. With what has turned into probably one of my favorite characters from A Realm Reborn.
Minfilia, am I right?
None other. I bid you welcome to Revenant's Toll, and thank you for traveling so far on such short notice.
As if I could ever say no to Urianger.
Moonbreeder is an accomplished Sharlayan scholar, and an authority on Aetherite technologies. She has played an invaluable role in our search for a means to capture Ascian souls.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Is that a... It's not. Let us return to the Rising Stones at once, then. We have much to discuss.
It's been ages!
Oh, longer, sister.
A joyous reunion indeed.
Well, of course it is. Moon and I are like twin sisters.
Oh, yeah?
Save in appearance and aptitude.
Everyone, if I could have your attention. We have with us an esteemed guest who has come from Sharlayan to assist us. I bid Moonbreeder join us here that she might share with us her extensive knowledge of Aetherites. Also, as many of you are already aware, she has been overseeing our research into white auracite, a sample of which she has been good enough to bring with her.
Cool.
Well, I had to come, didn't I? You'd have to be bloody daft to turn your nose up at a chance like this. Where better to conduct my final tests than a land so steeped in ether you can taste it?
'Tis plain the passage of the years hath done little to dampen thy youthful spirits.
I think we're coming up on one of my favorite lines, too.
And nothing at all to reform thy youthful manner.
Morrighan, where in the hells have you been hiding?
Unhand me.
Picks him up and everything.
I come all this way, and that's what you have to say to me. I much preferred when you were pleading with me to drop everything and hurry to your side. What was it you said? None save thee can satisfy this need.
And there's it is.
Go on. Thine artless attempts to misrepresent mine all too innocent motives do thee little credit. Mine intent,
Hold on.
as well thou...
You still haven't found it then, your missing Aetherite.
We have not. No.
You forgot how much worse old Urianger's outfit was? For sure, dude. You speak the truth.
Iceheart teleported to an Aetherite not far from the first. Yet even after careful analysis, we could not locate the second beacon. We now suspect that the heretics destroyed the second Aetherite to impede our pursuit. Our allies continue to scour Snowcloak for Iceheart's sanctuary, but we have no guarantee that they will find it. Yet it must be found, for even now Iceheart prepares to call upon Saint Shiva.
Saint Shiva.
I'm sorry, but if the Aetherite's been destroyed, then that's that. Although, you're absolutely sure she used the first Aetherite, are you? She didn't just use teleportation magics?
One of our own bore witness to her escape. I can say with absolute certainty that Iceheart used the Aetherite.
But can you, Minfilia? What if my eyes were bad and wrong?
In that case, there might be a way, so long as the ethereal current is still flowing.
Truly? How?
I just want
We use
to
the
see
current
old
to
Minfilia
recreate
again.
the beacon. As you know, Aetherites are a bit like lighthouses. We use them to reconstitute our physical forms when crossing the ethereal sea. Without them, we'd lose all sense of direction and our essence would dissipate. However, we don't rely solely on these beacons. There are currents of ether which flow between them, currents which help guide us to our destination. Now, these currents will gradually dwindle away to nothing if an Aetherite is destroyed. But if even a sluggish flow remains, we could theoretically use it to direct a surge of concentrated ether towards the void left by the beacon.
Whoops.
Like opening the floodgates to fill a dry riverbed. Though, correct me if I'm wrong, but would we not need a veritable reservoir of ether?
In concert, we might manage to channel a sufficient volume, yet that is not my chief concern.
She is a level 54 warrior and a level 54 paladin.
To direct the flow of so great a volume of ether with the requisite precision would be a nigh impossible task in itself.
I barely succeeded in facilitating travel to an unattuned beacon. That which you describe sounds considerably more difficult.
It's because it is.
And dangerous. Every person who has attempted to teleport in this fashion has died in the process. They, however, did not have wide aura sight at their disposal.
Ah, so we're going to use me as a guinea pig. And if I die, I die.
I can use it to channel all the ether you can give me into the Aetherite. However, white aura sight cannot retain ether for an extended period of time, so we would need to infuse it immediately beforehand. Just so you know, I'd confidently give this plan better than even odds of success. And if the worst comes to worst, your people won't suffer.
With the exception of Minfilia and Urianger, everyone's voice is considerably worse. You watch yourself, sir. Thancred as
The lives
Taliesin.
of our best and brightest. We have not the time to seek other options. If the ethereal current still flows, we shall carry out Moonbreeder's plan.
Was a good choice.
That's the spirit. Let's roll the dice.
The really crazy part is, like, this is when their voices actually started to, like, get better, and then they change them. I have already informed Alfino of our plan to recreate the beacon in the manner Moonbreeder described. He agreed that despite the inherent danger, it represents our only hope of success. He also said that he wished to meet with you at Snowcloak before proceeding. I expect you will find him waiting for you there when you arrive. I want you to know that I appreciate everything you have done on our behalf, Morrighan, and that I have faith you will return to us as you always have. Well, I don't have faith that I will. You guys are trusting me to, like, this strange woman that just showed up. And she said everybody who's tried this before has died, and you guys think this is a good idea for me to do? Fine, it's whatever. I honestly didn't want to like the new Alphino voice because, you know, the old one was Sam Riegel. But I just... And maybe it's, you know, because I spent 4 expansions with the new Alphino voice. I feel like it just fits Alphino so much better. I guess I also don't really notice it too much with Thancred, because there are points where, like, I swear they've still kept, like, old sound bites for Thancred, where, like, it sounds like a Taliesin grunt or something. And I'm like, that doesn't sound like the new person. Good to see you, Morrighan. I was starting to wonder if you were having second thoughts. Captain Ilberd sends his regards, by the way. He attends to the interrogation of Elaine Ryu in Uldar even as we speak. But I shall not distract you from the matter at hand. We can discuss the Ivy upon your return. I trust that, by which I mean to say, the others are waiting for us at the Aetheryte. After you, Scion. So Matt, are you going to want to hop in and run Shiva with me? Currently making food, no worries. I'm literally unlocking it like right now. There, it's ready. Ha! It worked! I think. Try attuning to the Aetheryte now. Feel for the current and try to locate the beacon. I'm feeling. We have done all we can, Morrighan. For now, let us withdraw. When your final preparations are complete, you must seek out the beacon we have created. If by the grace of the 12 you arrive safely, you must stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva. We cannot ignore the possibility that our actions have alerted Iceheart to our plans. Should that be the case, she may attempt to hasten the completion of the summoning ritual, and if she succeeds, you have little choice but to face Shiva in battle. Knowing little of this saint, I cannot say if your own strength will suffice, and so I would encourage you to call upon your allies. Some may have reservations about wagering their lives on the success of Moonbreeder's experiment, but others will surely agree that desperate times call for desperate measures. Ah, before you assemble your party, pray speak with that knight. I believe he has a message for you from Sir Aymeric. Madam, Sir Aymeric regrets that he could not be here in person and asks that I read you this letter. Ishgard faces an unprecedented threat, yet in our hour of need, it is not her knights who stand poised to defend her. Morrighan Initari, the warrior of light, savior of Eorzea, your deeds this day shall not be forgotten. Where others would flee, you choose to remain. Where others would falter, you rise to the challenge. Where others would use their gifts for selfish ends, you wield yours in service of greater goods. May Halane bless you with good fortune and see you safely home. Ak Afa Empathier Hard, now accessible. Let's see what we got. Let's also pop some food, because why not? We have anything for tenacity? A honey muffin? Anything else? I guess we'll eat the honey muffin. Do 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 do. What do we do in the meantime while we wait? Do we fight ice sprites? No, there's only a minute left on that. Do we fight the Rock of Ages? Possibly. We can give it a go. Level sync. Should probably do my damage buff. I can't at this level. So I'm playing this right then. I'm actually gonna hop out of the queue for just a second. As soon as I finish this, hopefully the queue doesn't pop before then. It did not. I forgot I need to, like, move laundry over. And knowing my luck, even though that'll take just a couple minutes, the queue will pop in that time. So we'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Let's hop back in the queue. Queue has gone up. We're now at 10 minutes instead of just 7. Do you want to be in the queue? Because I'll pull back out of the queue so you can put yourself in the queue. You just finished making food. You're gonna eat it now. You don't want to just like, you know, wait like 10 minutes for it to cool down a little bit since the food, it's gonna be hot. Ugh. The Mandeville Gold Saucer. So it's been a great morning. Kids were awesome. It's the start of winter break. You're happy and you were thinking you wanted to celebrate. You don't quite have a stream locked in place. Oh, buddy. I know where this is going. I can now purchase up to 3 mini cactus pots a day. Tactics in a team fight kind of way. Oh, Matt. Oh, Matt. Oh, Matt. Every little thing she does is Mahjong. Listen, I ain't opposed to it. I will probably not stream it. And I will probably like be doing some crafting stuff on the side. So, but like I said, I'm not opposed. I just need to at least do Shiva. So we're not throwing. I never said anything about throwing. I've done this before and it worked fine. It's more like... Did I look up the meta? No. So yeah, we are throwing. I'm unlocking gold saucer stuff as well. That's why we're not reading any of the quests. We have 1 tank and 1 DPS so far in our group. Use the MGP voucher. Randomize. Randomize. I do not have enough MGP to buy another number. Hold on. I thought somebody was knocking at my door, but there was nobody there. I also haven't downloaded the new patch yet either, Matt. So there is that. Alright. Now that we have some more. B patches don't have a download? Maybe you had just already downloaded. All the small things. Alright, now that we have more MGP. Boy, our wait time has gone from 6 minutes, or an average of 10 minutes to an average of 6 minutes, but we're sitting here at 7. So it's going fantastic. Let's go buy our other 2 numbers. Randomize. And once more. Sprint. Triple Triad Master. I can now play Triple Triad. And I got my starter deck. And apparently I feel unsafe in the Gold Saucer because we just popped Rampart. Alright, now we have 2 tanks that have queued for it. Speak with the Gold Saucer attendant at the main counter. And now the MGP exchange person. to next? The Gatekeeper at the Wonder Square. Should I be attuning to all these Ethernet shards? Yeah, probably. Probably should have been doing that from the get-go. Whoops. That's fine. Maybe we just do that on our tour that we're going on right now. Yep, yep. Hello, Gatekeeper. I ran right past it. Oh, it's because it's on the second floor. I was so confused. There it is. Bunny says the meta has shifted a ton. Interesting. Yumi is S tier now. Ooh. Yumi's gonna be taking all the last hits that need the Fame people need. The Anima Squad. The Fame people. Ah. Well, it's a good thing that I don't run supers then. Because that means I'm not going to be in a contest for them. I gotta go to the Gatekeeper at Round Square. What is this queue time? You know, this queue time probably would have gone quicker if I had someone who was, like, gonna heal for me. Ba-na-na-na-na. Gotta go back to the main counter now for the gold saucer. Why'd you search for it? Stop. Oh, they're used to play free first. Okay. Mini Cactpot Broker. Okay. Dream small. Here's 6, not bad. What do we got? 1, 6, 5, 80. Not bad, not bad, not bad. It's a little gil, but it's a nice chunk of gil. Now I hear something knocking on my door. Be right back. Okay, we're back. I did not call my child something. I said someone's knocking at my door. I mean, there is VOD proof, so I probably did. That was a small item? Looked like a pretty big item to me. Oh, the large item pays out 10. The small item pays out 25. I missed. I way missed on that one. Oh well, time to use the last paw that we have. That time we got it. Woo! Bro, we're at 17 minutes for this queue. What is going on? I wanted to end stream on Shiva, but maybe we don't. If it hits 20 minutes, we're just gonna call it. And then maybe I can... Fuck though, I don't want to run shit off stream. Like, at least I don't want to run MSQ stuff off screen with this character. But I mean, this is kind of insane. This is like a DPS queue time. Well, that's a 20-minute wait time, so we're gonna just call it there. We're gonna go back to Ul'dah and sit in the inn room and say goodbye. Which I have left the queue going until we get there, just in case. Just in case. Nothing. Alright. Withdraw. Exit game. Alright, well, thank you all so much for hanging out. I had fun. I probably am going to be on Matt's stream here shortly with some TFT. But have a good weekend. Stay safe, stay hydrated, all those fun things. I will see you all on Monday.